All right. Good afternoon to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. Any day above ground, live it. So I just wanted to do this space because we all know the election is coming up and it's 16 months. And right now, most of us, we don't care, but we got to watch out for some of these candidates. Actually, all of them. But this guy in particular, this is Vivek Ramaswamy character, we get enough on a daily basis with the quote unquote anti black candidate who tell us everything that they want to think that we know. They want to tell us how to vote. They want to tell us what we should be focused on. But then when we tell them what you need to focus on so you can get our vote, they dismiss it. But this guy in particular, he's trying to market himself the new Donald Trump. I don't know why he's doing it. He can't just be original, but I get it. The MAGA Grift is real. But in the process, his anti black sentiments come out. And yes, I tagged him in it because I want to see if he has balls enough to show up, but we know he ain't gonna show up. But if he does, we're gonna be respectful. But I offered this because today he put up a video. I couldn't believe it. I'm gonna put it in the jumbotron. Now he wants to have people fundraise for him, and whatever they quote unquote raise for him, he's gonna give him back 10%. And we're looking at him like, hey, dude, this sounds like a Ponzi scheme. You're not about to catch us into this. And luckily, a lot of people have been picking up on it. So let's see how far this goes. So ever since he went on the Breakfast Club, he crashed out. He had to make a civic scholarship. And now he's touting how many applications he's got. And now he's doing a fundraiser where you're going to get 10% of the money back. I don't know what this dude is for. Uh, but I want to open this space to everybody. Let him hear some black voices. Maybe he'll hear it. Who knows? He's tagged in it. Maybe he'll understand now why black people don't trust him. So if anyone wants to come up and explain why you don't trust this dude, or even if you like him, come explain to us why you like him. Yeah. So if you want to say something cool, just raise your hand. I'll bring you up. But oh, these next 16 months are gonna be fun, people. It's gonna be so much fun. We got Biden farting yesterday in front of people and then acting like he didn't do it. We got the cocaine at the White House, or what I like to call now the trap house. We got y'all. This man Vivek almost made me defend Kamala Harris yesterday, and thank God it was Sunday and I wasn't gonna do that. But Lord have mercy, I don't understand what's going on. This got to be the greatest election cycle I've seen yet. The amount of stories and content that I'm gonna have, it's just, oh man. But also, if you ever do get to interact with him, just say, how'd that Soros money feel? Oh yes, that's right. He took a fellowship to go to Yale Law on the back of George Soros' family, and we all know who George Soros is. But if you don't know who he is a left-leaning jerk. We'll just say that, who likes to fund all these policies that go against us, and then when they fail, they blame it on us. So we have to watch out for people like him. He's one of them. But let his trolls and them tell it. All he did was make money with medicine. He's more accomplished than someone like Tesla and Figaro, who literally ran for office and works with politicians. But that's him again minimizing what black people accomplish. But it is what it is. And I see Brother Torian in the building. Thank you for yesterday. That was a great stream. Hilarious. Make sure you follow that, brother. If you want, put your link in the Jumbotron for the new people. Hey, white people, Come defend your man because I know y'all don't like Trump right now. Come defend your man. Come tell me why we should be looking at him besides his hair. Please tell us. And Vivek, you are tagged. Come talk to me. You got all the smoke for black women. I see. You tough talking. When Don Lemon punked you, you didn't say nothing. All right, I'm not Don Lemon, sir. I'm gonna ask questions, and I'm not gonna be nice because some big corporations paying me. I got no filter. Come here, tell us why Black America should leave the Democrat Party and come over to you. Tell us. Tell us why we shouldn't look at Trump. Tell us why we shouldn't look at DeSantis. Tell us why we shouldn't look at Biden. Tell us why we shouldn't look at RFK. Tell us why we shouldn't look at Marianne Williamson. Tell us why we shouldn't look at Tim Scott. Tell us. Tell us why we should let the Divine Nine go back to stepping for Biden and Harris and not give them any shit. Tell us why. Tell us why you're different. Please. I would love to hear this. Okay, I got the first person up. Let's just see. This is Nathan. Nathan, you may go ahead.
Yo, what's up, Kid Gravity? Thanks for welcoming me to your room. So about this Vivek dude, he ain't got a dog in nobody's fight. In his own fight, nobody else fight, in our fight. That's a wrap for that dude. But who we got for 2024? Because I mean, it's looking pretty grim here.
Well, he's polling at 3.4 right now, so he's technically in the middle of the pack. But again, we'll see on August 23rd when they do the GOP debate. That's where we're going to know if he's really got the balls to be in this race. But I already know what is going to happen. He's going to get grilled on certain things. He's going to crash out. He really thinks he's going to stand toe to toe with Trump and his trolling. He really thinks he's going to stand up to DeSantis and his trolling. It's going to be great. And I'm going to be here streaming the whole thing just laughing.
Like we know he gonna fold, but who, like who we got? Who's up next? Because right now, man, everything is in shambles on this side over here. I mean, if you turn the TV on any day, it's just a joke, basically.
I would suggest for my family and for all of y'all, find out who's running in 2024, locally and in the state level. That's the best thing we can do right now. Because them task force, that's state, that's local. Make sure you stay on them. Find out who's running in 2024, what their policies are. Get it out to your people, even if you're not going to vote. I'd rather y'all not vote, but educate people that are going to go vote because we know a lot of these people, they only see the D and the R, and that's how they pick. It's kind of like flipping a coin. But we should be now educating because they already say that we don't care about politics until it's time to vote. Let's show them that we do care. Because see, with Vivek, he's going up against black people that are very versed in politics, and he doesn't like the fact that he's getting called to the carpet and he doesn't have answers. So that's what we do. So if you ever interact with this dude, make sure you have your knowledge ready. Ask the correct questions. But for this election cycle, I say we focus local and state. Make sure people like Marcel get in. Make sure people like these other black politicians that are for black people get in. That's what our goal needs to be because clearly the federal ain't going to do nothing. So we're going to have to change it for them. We're going to have to force them for the change. Come on, Vivek. I know you're lurking. Come on. You put that video up 5 hours ago. Let's go. Come on. Don't be scared. It's just black people. You like talking about us? Come talk to us. But let's continue on with other candidates. Might as well talk about other candidates. Keep the room going. I ain't gonna stay on here too long. Maybe another 15 minutes. But Trump. This guy. I'm not excited, bro. I'm not. This guy. I see why he's running. He's trying to do the redemption arc thing, but nah. He got to tell me something different. MAGA crashing out too. He got mostly talking garbage, aka Marjorie Taylor Greene, She's a loose cannon. She gonna sink him. The GOP's falling apart. I like it. I like it a lot. I need to hear something different, or I know y'all just gonna say, you know what, I ain't going, or I'm just gonna write reparations and ride out. But I I, I don't envision nothing changing federally because we already know with all the delineation that Black America's been doing the last 3 years, and now the affirmative action is gone in colleges. So hopefully the HBCUs take the hint and start doing massive enrollment campaigns. If they're on code, we'll see. I mean, we know about Howard. He rather kiss up the commandment than help his own students, but that's another subject for another day. But this is the time where we should be striking them. I know I shouldn't be saying this out loud, but I don't care. We should be striking hard. We should be getting our kids ready for that next application cycle. Start downloading these HBCU applications. Figure out what they want. Figure out what they need to do to get in. Get them children in there. I looked at some of these tuitions. They're not that expensive. Let's get our kids back in there. Because between what the Asians are doing with the white supremacists pissed at the Asians right now. This is a golden opportunity to boost that HBCU enrollment up so they can get more federal money and they can get their equity up so they look more attractive, so they can actually have Black businesses willing to invest in them. And for lack of a better term, other businesses that we can control them, get them to invest and make HBCUs profitable. That's what we need to be doing. I mean, it'll be easy for us to get Vivek out the paint. That's a no-brainer, but can't worry about the federal right now. We'll worry about it after the debate. But right now we got to start getting our local and state minds right. That's where the fight is going to be. But yeah, I ain't liking Trump. I know all y'all don't like DeSantis. Tim Scott, Mr. There ain't no racism in this country. Okay, dude, you're gonna see some racism on the 23rd with them slick comments they gonna hit you with. Nikki Haley, she's done. Asa Hutchinson don't got no chance. Mike Pence, who wants to take a bet there's gonna be another fly on that man's head? Yeah, this is gonna be a great cycle, but I don't envision we're gonna learn much after this, unless something drastic happens. Maybe the lights will go out. Maybe somebody will threaten somebody's life on stage. Who knows? I don't know. But you know, who do y'all want to see? If y'all want to, who do y'all want to win? Do you want to bring somebody back from the past? I don't know. I say throw them all out and just start fresh. But can't do that. Got too many people that vote for the same person over and over again. Nathan, go ahead.
So I feel like we need somebody who's actually tough on immigration policies, tough on immigration, heavy on reparations, and I don't mean like writing about it. I'm sick of people. I'm sick of Black people in this country not having it. Like it's been how many ever years? It's been a really long time, and people always saying, "Oh yeah, reparations. Oh yeah, reparations," and we get all in a ball about it once every decade or so, and nothing ever happens. So like I feel like something we're doing is not right. Like we can write as many documents as we want to write, but I feel like we need to take some other steps if we want reparations to happen specifically. And like the immigration is crazy. I don't know if y'all live in big cities or not, but man, it's in this country is kind of in shambles right now.
I hear you. I'm from New York City, so I saw the change from the '90s on. I hear what you're saying about reparations, but that's gonna require, especially if you wanted like that mass amount of money that you guys are owed, that's gonna have to be done federally. But what's good about what's going on now is the local and state. You guys have been pushing it. Every time there's a task force, y'all are out there retweeting it. Y'all are going to the memes. Y'all are putting your words in there. That's what you need. Y'all got to keep doing that. Then the next step is to get the right politicians in there that are going to fight for you, like Marcel, like others, and make sure and hold them like, listen, you're there now. I want to hear the word reparations every day. Even when you're at lunch with these other senators and representatives, you have to mention reparations. Even if y'all talking about last night's basketball scores, it's got to be on constant people's mind. I mean, this is great now. It's on everybody's mind. It's made the mainstream. It's gone international. Got to keep it going because we know now that as closer to the election as it gets, they're going to try to minimize that talk. Can't have that. And I'm going to be curious to see on the 23rd if they're going to bring up reparations. Now, if they do that, that's a huge victory because now you're going to put the Republicans on the spot with it. Now, we already know Trump said, hey, Black Americans built this nation. And he's also said on record he's willing to talk about reparations. He just doesn't see it happening. But, he's a businessman. We can negotiate. I'm curious to see what the other ones are going to say. I already know what DeSantis is going to say. He ain't for it. I already know that. Especially since you gave money to that dumbass Daniel Penny. I already know you're against reparations. But okay. I want to see what the other ones say. We already know Biden's against it, but I want to see what RFK says. We got to keep the pressure going. Keep making it trend every day. Keep talking about it on your social media. That's the best we can do right now. See, with limited power, we can do a lot. Even though people try to say you can't do much without political power. But okay, sure. What else? Give me a reaction. How you think Tim Scott's going to last past the first debate? I don't think he is. America being not a racist country and all. Give me an emotion. I don't know. Y'all got give me a thumbs down if you think he's not gonna make it. Give me a thumbs up if you think he's gonna make it past the first one. Y'all motherfuckers are mean. I see too many thumbs down. Y'all are some mean motherfuckers. Now he getting multiples. Oh Jesus. Okay. Y'all don't want to see Beaver Teeth go to the second round? Come on. I thought we was rooting for the black people. Let me stop. Okay. I don't think he's going to make it past the second one. But you always got to remember, too, folks, the first debate is usually the audition stage. A lot of these guys are auditioning for jobs because they know they're not going to make it. The GOP knows they want Trump. And if they could, they'd want DeSantis as close to Trump as they can. Now, I don't know how y'all want to see a House of Cards type of administration with Trump and DeSantis. That'd be hell on earth. Maybe the GOP, that's their secret thing. I don't know. I don't want to see that because then I'm definitely not going to the poll. I will stay home and I will have my power tools and my supplies because we know what's going to happen. Now I got a family to think about. So let's go through the rest of them. Mike Pence, does he make it past the second round? Well, the first round, I should say. Does he make it to the first? Does he make it past the first round? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh, Nathan, you think he's going to make it past the first round? That's interesting. I saw a couple thumbs down. I don't think he makes it because he don't have enough money.
But he's already on the team.
Oh no!
So
I got. What's that you said, Nathan?
So he's already on the team. How you said the first round's like the tryouts. They already know what to expect from it. So I think they'll let him hold that space in the first round because they know he's a rap. They know he's not going to make it all the way through, but just to be a place.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if he made the threshold yet because you still have to get money. You still have to give money to the GOP. You got to raise a certain amount of money. I don't know if he made it yet because the last article I read, he said he hadn't met the threshold yet. So he might not even make it. He has until the 21st, so 21st of August. So we'll see. But Black Alpha's in the building. Go ahead, Black Alpha.
Well, peace and love, brother. Hey, give me some names, brother, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about them. Let's go.
Okay, so here's your list. Okay, so we got Trump.
Okay. All right. How do I feel about Trump? Okay. I feel that obviously Trump is an anti-black racist, but at the end of the day, I think we've all seen Trump's America and Joe Biden's America. And Trump, like you said, is somebody that we can negotiate with at least a minimal level. There's no negotiations with Joe Biden. You seen what they told Ice Cube. They said, go to hell, basically. So I think that this is the time where we need to literally utilize Trump versus Biden and just play them against each other. At the end of the day, black people can always play these two parties against each other. You ain't got to like them. You ain't got to love them. You ain't got to hang out with them, but use them against each other, you know, and you don't do that by voting for the same thing. So I think we need to do that with Trump.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have him. We got the Satan.
Who?
The Satan.
Oh, okay, him. Man, first off, all right, let me tell you about that guy. All right, that dude, you remember Marco Rubio?
Yes, sir.
He's on some Marco Rubio type shit. He's kind of in between a rock and a hard place because he wants to cater to both sides of the, Republican conservative aisle. And there's no fence to straddle with them. There ain't no fence. You can't straddle no fence with those type of people. So I don't really see where he's really going to go, because he's going to try to, cater to these rednecks, and they're not really going to truly fuck with him. And some of the white Latinos and some of the black Latinos, he's going to be divvied up too much. So I'm not sure. And then, when Trump get him, Trump going to get him. Matter of fact, remember Trump fucked up Rubio. Little Marco, ain't that what he called him?
Mm-hmm.
Trump got him. Matter of fact, Rubio went on a whole tangent on Trump for like 15 minutes. Trump said 2 words and just squashed him. So I think Trump's going to, rip him apart. And that's going to be the big divide coming up, brother. It's going to be between those two. And I don't think he wants to see Trump on that stage, man. Trump don't give a fuck what he.
Y'all going to hate me. Y'all going to hate me for saying this. Mm-hmm. I see what DeSantis is doing.
Well, what you think?
He wants to be Secretary of State. He wants to be able to negotiate foreign policy.
I can see that, brother. I can see that.
He's trying to make enough of an inroad with the GOP where they're going to force Trump to take him in as his Secretary of State.
Okay, so he's playing for a position, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Politically, for him, that's not a bad move.
Right, and I think if that happens, you can lock in Florida for the GOP.
Hey, what's the fact?
So many people will vote for the GOP candidate just so DeSantis will leave.
What's that fat dude in New York? Was it Chris Christie?
Oh, he Jersey. Don't put that on New York.
Okay, yeah, boy, come on now. Y'all know that's y'all little brother. What did he say? Remember, he did the same thing. Remember, he all of a sudden was on. He's trying to get a little position for Trump, so he tried to gain weight.
Well, he started trashing Trump, though.
Yeah, he did later, though. Later on, he did. But remember, he actually was going against Marco Rubio and trying to get a little position. But he's a bum, of course. They all bums, to be honest with you. They all just a circle of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe what you just said is a good point. And Florida, that may go Trump's way if Santés or Sandhill, what you call him?
We call him DeSatan.
DeSatan? Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? I'll be down in Florida a lot. I'm a border person, but I do believe that's going to end up happening, bro. That's a good point, because he's not going to last the Trump onslaught, but I definitely think that him trying to position himself for some type of area in the cabinet or high ranking part, that may work for him.
Mm-hmm. No, he wants them DC credentials again. He missed them.
Yeah. And you know what? They're going to need Florida. They're going to need everything they have, brother, because there ain't no way they're going to allow Trump. So we seen the last election in the finesse. Trump going to have to start doing some finessing, because I guarantee you they're going to be the Democrats, are going to be trying to take everything away. So they're going to have to do some locking up Florida, locking up Ohio.
I told him the best way to win. Listen, you better go talk to black folks. You better get us on your side if you even have a shot of winning.
Well, Brother Marcel told me this before, and something I had already thought of, but he framed it well. He said all it's going to take is for one Republican to literally say, I am going to cater to black folks. Not really give us nothing major, but just enough. See, the problem is that they know that we don't fuck with the Democratic Party, and black folks are leaving that party in droves. The only issue is that the Republicans have not utilized that. The first Republican that comes along and says, I'm going to do this, this, and this, all you got to do is tell us you do is 2 things, because the Democrats are straight up saying 0. Literally, Kamala Harris said, I ain't doing shit, like nothing. So all the first Republican has to do is have some type of policy for black folks. And guarantee you, a lot of black folks going to eat that shit up and be out the door. But Republicans are so anti-black, they haven't done it yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to take one. And that's kind of what Trump is doing with the Platinum Plan. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting, man. Stay tuned. What else you got?
What about Nikki Haley?
Trash. I don't think even the first wave. I think you remember when Jeb Bush was on the stage and Trump said you're getting further and further off the stage. That's how it's gonna be with her, man. Only a lot quicker. All
right. What about old Tim Scott?
I don't know, man. Tim Scott's got the personality of a fucking substitute teacher in 1983. I don't know if he's gonna last, brother. I really don't. I just don't see it, brother.
I think he could pass the first one. He ain't getting past the second.
Yeah, he might.
I think he'll do enough. He'll do enough to galvanize South Carolina, and they're gonna want him to stay in. But I don't see him doing that.
See, here's the problem with South Carolina. Here's the only issue with South Carolina. South Carolina is in between Georgia and North Carolina, obviously, for people who know that. And it's South Carolina is big in South Carolina, but when you come down here, a lot of people just kind of overlook it. Like people are going to, when they campaign, they're going to North Carolina, and then the next thing they're thinking, okay, we'll stop in South Carolina on our way to Georgia and Florida. So it's hard to really galvanize South Carolina on a national level. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to my people in South Carolina. As a matter of fact, I was just there. But that's just the reality of politics. So we'll see. And if you're going to be from South Carolina, you got to have a personality. And man, I'm telling you, man, this motherfucker ain't got zero personality. This goddamn broomstick in front of me got more personality than him. So we'll see. Who else you got for me?
Well, we know how you feel about Vivek, but just tell the family.
Okay. First off, that motherfucker, he is the biggest pussy in politics or whatever he's trying to do. I don't even know what the fuck he's trying to do, man. That dude is a bum, a straight up bum. I don't know what his whole agenda is. I'll be honest with you, brother. He's one of these foreigners who comes over here and he thinks he's catering to white people. But I'm telling you right now, if you think Billy Bob, Jethro, Meth Head Melissa, or Trailer Park Trevor give a fuck about that guy or going to ever vote for him or support him, it ain't happening. So they keep trying to straddle this fence. He's living in what I call immigrant delusion, where these immigrants literally think they're going to come over here and win over white folks. White folks is not fucking with that guy. So he's trying to do this ultra conservative thing that he thinks white people want. Ain't happening. So pretty much he turns off anybody. I mean, who's his base? Let me ask you that, brother. Who the fuck is his base? Because it's not the immigrants. It's not the immigrants.
No, his base is the people that don't like Trump right now.
But here's the kicker. The people who don't like Trump, they got 2 or 3 or 4 other options before they get to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
so
you got to remember, too, a lot of MAGA don't like DeSantis, so you can already take him off the board.
But racist white folks, they'll say, I'll take fucking DeSantis over this turkey burger ass immigrant motherfucker who showed up here last night.
Right, if they don't have a choice.
Yes. And think about it. They have one, which is DeSantis. So it's hard for these immigrants to really cater to a white conservative crowd. I remember Marco Rubio was trying to pull that shit, even though I don't know. I know he's from like Cuba or whatever, but I don't know, what generation of immigrant he is or whatever. But I remember him trying
I think he's Cuban.
He's Cuban. Yeah, he's Cuban, but I don't know if he's first, second, third generation because he didn't come here on a banana boat, did he? I don't think his parents did.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was born here.
Okay. There's no fence to straddle between an immigrant and a white conservative. So these folks who think that they're going to do that, it's never worked because they're going to have to go to these town hall meetings down here in the South, and they're going to have to explain to these white people why they got anything that even looks like a policy for immigrants. And these white folks down here are not going for it. So this, whatever fuck the dude's name is, what's his name? Say it. How do they pronounce it?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Okay, Ram's a pussy.
We just call him ramen noodles. That's what we all call him.
Okay. That I don't even know. That's a disservice to ramen noodles, brother. But I'll try.
Well, I said we call him that because he's a 3-minute candidate.
No, true. You might have to downgrade that to about 1 or 2. But I'll say this, brother. At the end of the day, that guy is going to be a joke. He's going to flame out. And be honest with you, his final position is probably going to be a podcaster. That's pretty much what's going to happen here. He's going to flame the fuck out in politics. And I don't even know if I can say flame out because I don't know if he's ever going to get that flame even going. But he's going to bow out. And he'll probably be a podcaster here in a year or so. He won't be in politics. He won't be.
He's already podcasting, bro.
Does he? Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, he got a YouTube channel and everything. Torian and I did that breakdown yesterday. That was on his channel.
Hey, he better stay on it because that's about his future. Because if he thinks he's going to get any votes It ain't happening. But he's there to upset the apple cart, man. We're living right now in the strange era where there's a lot of a power vacuum and a lot of people are trying to vie for positions. So you're seeing a lot of strange things, a lot of strange bedfellows. But that's what happens when things get scarce. This election is very, very important. It's going to be very, very interesting. So you'll see more and more characters like him. Trust, brother, he's not the first one. You remember that lady a couple years ago, and they were saying she was a witch. You remember her?
Oh, the one that went up in the Northeast?
Yes. You're gonna start seeing those weird, strange characters come out, man. They coming out the woodwork. Who else you got for me?
Let's see. Who else do we got? We got Mike Pence.
Oh man, I'm glad you brought him up. He's done. Nobody.
Well, I don't think he met the threshold yet.
Oh, because here's his problem. He's got a lot of problems, but I just named about 2 or 3 of them. His major problem, one, is that first off, he was once again, he's a pussy. Like, he just sat back, didn't really say nothing. He has no personality. He was really only there for, just for bullshit reasons. Wait a minute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro?
Mm-hmm.
All right. People calling me. I told them not to call me, but it's all good. His problem is this: the whole January 6th situation. Was he on it? Was he off it? One minute he trying to, go with the crowd. Next minute he tried to say he was on Trump's side. Trump kind of just made him sound like a complete loser. He didn't stand on anything. He has no base. He has no personality. He has no fanfare, no excitement, no pizzazz. He's better off now. Just literally, I'd probably say retiring from politics. I don't see him ever doing anything major again. He's probably the most forgotten vice president probably in modern history. Dan Quayle is more known 30 years later than Mike Pence will be 2 years later. So yeah, he's trash, man. He's over with. Mike, he needs to sit down. He's done. He wanted to play I'm going to be quiet. I don't really know. He's done, brother. I would go ahead and cancel him out. He might be on nobody's podcast here soon, man. You never know, brother. You never know. Then hey, Bill O'Reilly, didn't he do that now? And what he's up to? Ain't he got like a little fucking show or something?
But no,
that's the kicker, though. That's the point. Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity. There's been a major fraction in the whole conservative crowd. They're doing a lot of moving around, moving pieces, and there's no future or no room for Mike Pence in that circle.
I feel you. Okay, let's just do the last one that everybody knows. You're gonna like this one, and everybody can participate. Old Larry Elder.
He's still alive?
He is still alive. Hey, everybody in the room, thumbs up or thumbs down. Does he get past the first debate?
He's invited to it?
Yeah, he's in there. I think he still has to meet the threshold too.
Brother, I will put my mortgage up that his ass is not. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. Not at all. Not at all. No.
You know what what I'm most excited for?
What's that?
When Trump turns on him. When he said you couldn't even win. Larry, you're my friend, but my guy, you couldn't even win California. And then that's when he gonna have his wake-up call.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
And then I go on YouTube 2 days later, Tori got a PPP ready to be like he might be laughing through the whole damn thing.
I can't believe it.
Oh, man. What up? Yes, sir. Marion, go ahead.
Good afternoon, family. Thank you to Gravity for having the space. Shout out to you, my brother Black Alpha, and other brothers and sisters in the room. Love the topic. We got to get to it and see what it is, shake this bushel and see what falls out of it and see what attracts us to it. Do they have our best interests? That's all that matters, because we don't give a damn about what color suit you're wearing, meaning what candidacy you're running on either side of the aisle. One got a dark blue Navy suit, the other one got pinstripes in a dark blue Navy suit. What I want to know is, what tangibles are you willing, and policies are you willing to not only talk about and say what you're going to do, but start implementing for our lineage and for Black people as a whole in this country? Because it is just disgusting what we're seeing. They're pretty much doing a deny and neglect. Anytime issues come up with us, especially legally, or dealing anything with a hate crime, How the hell that we put in the effort to get this brought up and to be even noticed, and for you to ignore us every time it happened, and or do reverse psychology and actually charge us with a damn hate crime? And how are you going to give protection to two other groups who are not under scrutiny, who are not going through police brutality, who is not being shot in your local grocery stores or service stations, who are not being pulled over and profiled just because you're black and have a nice car? You have even instances where you in the watering your yard, and one of your little pink or other neighbors call in, and they come down the street. The first thing they see is the black person in the yard watering their grass, and they tell you, why are you here at this house? This is my home. I mean, no one get accosted like that, profiled like that, targeted like that. And the audacity of this power structure, to ignore us as a base and as a whole. That's why I don't give a dang about a Democrat, a Democrat, a Republican forming like Voltron, none of them, a liberal, a green space, whatever they call themselves. If you don't have my people tangibles first and foremost, as well as the policies implemented and protections on our behalf, you could keep it going. We'll be at home eating popcorn.
Say that last part again.
I say they could keep it going. We'll be at home eating popcorn.
Shit, popcorn, man. I'm gonna have a whole party when they fucking lose.
I was just trying to keep it light, eating popcorn and laughing. But of course, we got the afterful.
Honestly, let me tell you something. If the GOP don't get right, man, I'm just gonna focus on the local and the state. I'll just stream the federal because that's what everybody care about. I won't care. I'll do what I did in 2016. I'm like, oh, Trump won Ohio, he won. I'm gonna turn the TV off and go to sleep. And wake up the next day and figure out how I'm gonna move and be better than I was the day before.
Exactly. Definitely. I'm voting for anyone who's about very strict deportation rules and dealing with of course, medical apartheid, but mainly about our reparations. I mean, if you don't mention reparations and you don't know how to definitely have the conversation about it, then get out my face. I'm uninterested. Period. Point blank. And definitely push locally for those issues, as well as getting behind the few candidates that we already have running, even if it's in neighboring state, just showing that solidarity and that we move as one big support system, be it in your own state or community, or being your fellow sister or brother, or as you say, brethren or sisterin in the neighboring state. We have to throw our weight behind those who know what this is about, know about making sure that our reparations is lineage based, making sure that we have fair treatment, period, as Black Americans and our brothers and sisters who are here in the country likewise, because the discrimination that happens with the education, with the health care, with the employment, right down to protection, right down to even how they give out help for the homeless and those who are in need with the food banks and other things. They don't even get help to the citizens. So how are you going to tell me a so-called asylum seeker, which is a lie, damn illegal, coming here, got the right to have, you giving them false birth certificates and driver license, and then also you're giving them all type of food grants and clothing grants and housing grants and damn building, communities for these people, and you have veterans on the street still doesn't have proper health care or mental care and or living situations, and other brothers and sisters, because unemployment rate is 92 freaking percent for Black Americans, and that is really ridiculous. What about us? Why are you turning your back on the indigenous people of this land and children of chattel slavery, whom you have roamed from the 1400s to present day? we can get no damn relief. And we steady have to battle and fight and claw for every damn little thing that we get, only for others to reap the benefits, for immigrants to reap the benefits. And that's why I say, don't come here with your shoulders on your ass and your nose up in the air, and don't show respect and appreciation for those who laid down their lives, literally their lives, and freedom and blood, sweat, and tears to make this place accessible for you to come here in the first place. So that's my issue with a lot of things, and my issues with politicians altogether, especially those who have skin like us, but they no kin to us because they don't move for us as a whole. They're not even any good for their own tribe or own lineage. They just there to assimilate into white supremacy and to pass all these sick, twisted policies and rules and regulations on behalf of what the Democrat and the Republican, because they two sides of the same coin. You know, one is just a good cop and the other one is a bad cop. So you have to understand that we just fighting a racist political system, and when they let people in their in these positions and use you to undermine us, just understand when you get the pushback from us, we're not doing it for nothing. And we're never jealous of anyone because we're the flyest. I yield my time.
Yes, ma'am. And just remember, that was beautiful. Just remember, folks, the Congressional Black Caucus, or what I like to call Congressional Black Cuckasses, they are all local. They're all local. Most of them. Only a couple of them are senators. We can vote them out. I get it. They ain't much on the other side, but you want to send a message that black people tired. Get rid of them. Create a whole new caucus. Balance it out. That's what we should be doing next year if you don't want to worry about the federal. I don't think Ayanna Pressley and Ilhan and Maxine Waters and Barbara Lee and Sheila Jackson Lee. I don't know why the fuck she thinks she's gonna win Houston. That's funny as hell to me. But maybe the Jamaican will win Houston. Houston, the city of Nigerians. But okay, sure, do your thing. And Latinos, I forgot Nigerians and Latinos. You as a Jamaican woman gonna win that city. Okay, against a white man, do your thing. I'm not gonna root for you, but okay. That could be a major blow if we can get rid of the current Congressional Black Caucus. But we'll see how that works out come next year. Because we got to educate our people. Our people are still thinking about D and R instead of thinking about the issues. By the way, did you know that old Vivek, and this is just for the people that came in late, yeah, he not only does he like having us on the brain, but he also likes to cavort with people that set policies that don't like us. But he says he's a political outsider and he wants to change the nation. Yet when you look at his platform, you see nothing on there that says to you, okay, this doesn't sound like something Trump said, or where's the policies for, like Marion said, where's the policies for Black America? Like, where is it? How do we, you say your number one thing is revive the American national identity. What identity is that? You wrote, use the military, including drones, to secure our southern border. End affirmative action, which we've already seen that was a disaster. Protect American children. Ban addictive social media under age 16 and gender confusion care for minors. So you're playing with the First Amendment. That's not going to work. Make political expression a civil right and end unlawful DEI indoctrination. Okay. Sounds like he's sympathizing with the 1-6 people, but okay. And withhold federal funding for cities that refuse to protect Americans from violent crime. we know that what that means, but okay. Go ahead, Marion.
Indeed, brother, as you were saying, he's freaking laughable. And if he think he's getting any support from FBA lineage other than the Boule Coon class, he could forget about it. He's a rap for us. You've done nothing to service community. You've done nothing. You come from corporate America, so you're a carpetbagger. And then you take on these white supremacist think tank ideologies and quote them word verbatim. Don't have an original idea in his head. You see him the whole time with his disrespectful self when he's in interview, taking notes. Oh yeah, I could steal that and present it as my ideal in my next interview or speech. Cowtelling and bending over backwards to middle America, red middle America, and telling these people what they want to hear. Because anything that's anti-Black or anti truly to really help the people, he's for it, you know. And he tried to do it with syrup, sugar sprinkled on a turd, pretty much. And he just has nothing for us but visceral. He has nothing for us but put downs. And then even he's so disingenuous of the conversations that he have and the questions that he have. They're not leading, questions that are leading the narrative. He sit up there and say, well, let's talk about fatherless children or homes and the Black community, this and that. Sir, that is a situation across the board. That there's not an ethnicity that does not touch, okay? And then you're so disingenuous. You do not talk about the white power structure that causes a lot of this absenteeism in the homes of especially foundational Black Americans, but the fathers who are also, I won't say but, also the fathers who are present and the uncles and the granddads and the brothers and cousins who are present are in the lives of the family of these children. So they are exceptional and do an exceptional job, because anytime you have and article or I forget what it's called, put out, and they're stating that Black fathers are truly the better fathers of in this country, as if we don't know that, because they're the most protective, they're the most nurturing, they're the most provide, even when it at the extent of costing them their lives. We know how great and wonderful that our men are. We, me speaking as a FBA woman, I love our Black men, and no matter what ethnicity a melanated person is B1. You want to see us as a whole do good, but we're focusing right now because this is in our country and it's our fight, and things are leveled against us, that we must protect our lineage. We must keep our lineage, and we must put forth the policies and the people in place that we want to be the change of the policy. So we have to go that route. But Vic, Jin Rami and Swami Ramanoodle, yeah, he's a rap for us. We're not going to support him, and a lot of his white so-called constituents aren't either, because it's one thing they don't like is someone trying to tell them how to live, and then you're being asinine with take a civics test before you can vote. Are you insane? We take civics in the 8th grade around here. Okay, first and foremost. So that was laughable. And our sister Teslin, she did what it do. She called him out and he fell apart. Thank you. I yield my time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. Great Black Shark. Go ahead, brother.
What's going on, good brother? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Salute to you, Kid Gravity, Black Alpha Network, everybody else in the room. Salute to you all. But yeah, this dude is a clown, because basically all he is a pet for white supremacy. See, let me go ahead and break him down real quick. Here's the issue. Anytime that you come from a country that was devastated by white supremacy, like his homeland was by the British, Then you come over here and basically bow down to that. They get the little plastic surgeries. They try to do your hair like white people. You try to speak with the white inflation. You have no ground to stand before any other group of men that haven't done that and try to tell us anything. Okay. And what he's going to learn the hard way is, as all the coons across the board are, these little buffer class groups with the hour of history in this country right now, white supremacy is circling its wagons. Those people, they may troll, they may try to jump in our spaces and clown and everything, but they realize what their situation is. Their numbers are rapidly declining globally, and they realize that, hey, if we're going to maintain white supremacy, all these little buffer class groups, all the little treats and goodies we're giving you, we got to put all those resources and redirect them back to our people. That's one reason why affirmative action went away, which we're glad. That doesn't affect us. And see, the Vivek Ramaswamy, ramen noodle as we call him, what he's going to realize real fast is when white supremacists have a choice between the genuine article and a wannabe, they choose the genuine article every time. It's pathetic when we see any of them come over here and attempt to do that, because let's just keep it a buck. Every foundational Black American freedman man that's in this chat room, whether you agree or disagree with anything we're saying or not, one thing that we can say is we're not trying to assimilate into any other group. So anytime one of those flunkies gets up and tries to lecture us about anything, the first thing all you need to do is say, hey, man, listen, if you think you're so much better than us, why do you have all those slums over there where you from? Start looking up the history of these things. See, this is what I want a lot of the foundational Black American men, and especially our women, do that get upset about certain things. Don't get upset. Just do a quick search of history, type in slums, and be like, listen, before you address this, why does this look like that? You mean to tell me, since you have so much intelligence, you can't get together and get a bunch of fucking wheelbarrows and some shovels and clean that bullshit up? One thing about our people, no matter how poor we were, everybody down here knows this, in the South and anywhere. You may be poor, but you can still be clean. With that said, I'll yield my time, brother. Salute.
I can't follow that. He's absolutely right. But again, they love talking down on us. Like for y'all don't put in no work. The diaspora that's on code, they don't put in no work. I've noticed Vivek always he always talks stereotypes. Because even when I covered that interview he did with a Black woman, ironically, a couple of stereotypes came out of his mouth, and luckily she checked him on that. Like with the Black fatherless homes, he still thinks it's 70%, because that's what the media and everybody's been running around saying, even though the number has dropped significantly. But they don't want to go there because they would know that it would be us taking accountability and trying to change and trying to go back to the way it was when we had stable households. But you can't give somebody credit who knows what the problem is and fix it themselves. They want credit when it's a third party doing it. And the other thing that caught my attention with this man was he said something in there about birthright citizenship, which would harm people from his ancestral home. But he wants to end that. But that would stop, what America's trying to do, which, the white supremacists ain't gonna like that, because that's free labor for them. And that's free oppression for Black people. But I think he's trying to figure out his lane, but it's too late now because he's already exposed himself. But, it is what it is. We just got to keep our neck on him. And like I said, August 23rd is going to be a fun night, because you're going to see him unravel, because he's really going to have to go talk to the white supremacists on their turf in their city, even though it's a Democrat city. We know how Wisconsin gets down. That's going to be a fun night. You're going to see him fold. But I appreciate everyone coming to the space. I'm going to end it now and relax for the rest of the day. So y'all go out, relax, be productive, love on your families, and, stay safe out there. Take care. I'm gone.